Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of stories and anecdote for UPSC essay paper. So in this video we'll talk about the idea of trusteeship given by Mahatma Gandhi. So Gandhi ji says that trusteeship is the greatest gift India has given to the world. And what is the underlying principle of trusteeship? It is the belief that whatever exists in the world is the creation of God and everything belongs to the God. So whatever exists in the universe, it belongs equally to all his creation. So suppose there is some forest, suppose there is some trees giving some fruits. So it belongs to everyone. It does not belong to a single person or a single community. That this forest is our or this wetland is our. It and you cannot exclude others because it belongs to everyone and it does not belong to a particular person. Trusteeship can be described as a principle in which a person voluntarily, after meeting his legitimate needs, please do remember this word legitimate needs. After meeting your legitimate needs, what you are doing, you are renouncing, you are giving up the surplus of your wealth for the welfare and upliftment of the poor sections of the society. So voluntarily you are doing that. No one is asking you to do that, right? After you have ensure that your legitimate needs are fulfilled, you are giving up, you are sharing you are giving up the surplus wealth for the welfare and upliftment of the poor section of the society. So that means you have become a trustee, you have become the custodian of the excess portion. Please remember excess portion. So suppose you have some land, right? So 4 acre is enough for you and you have 50 acre. Now you renounce that 46 acre I will give for the welfare of the community. So that means you are following the principle of trusteeship given by Mahatma Gandhi. According to Gandhiji, notion of trusteeship is based on the needs of an individual, right? Legitimate needs and not on his greed, because there is no end to the greed. It is not based on the principle of charity. It is not charity because charity cannot be a permanent solution if we want to remove inequality, especially financial inequality, and if we want poor to become self-reliant. So charity cannot do that. Gandhiji advocated the principle of trusteeship to remove prevalent economic disparity present in the society. He explained the concept of equality. He said, economic equality of my conception. In my belief, economic equality does not mean that everyone will literally have the same amount, that everyone will be having 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees. That is not equality for me, Gandhiji said. He said it simply means that everybody should have enough for his needs. So someone can have the larger needs depending on the context, depending on the situation, and someone can survive on lesser. So needs of a person or a section of society can vary. The real meaning of economic equality is to each according to his need. So that is what Gandhiji meant by economic equality, that everyone should get according to his need. His notion of trusteeship promotes the spirit of entrepreneurship. How? Now see, the modern businesses and industrial activities, we can divide them into two categories. The first category is extractive and second is generative. So when you talk about extractive business, it involves different kind of activities in which we are extracting some raw materials from the earth. And when you talk about generative business, it means you are creating some opportunity, like for the members, for the stakeholder, for the community. Now the principle of trusteeship applies to both the type. So if you are extracting some raw materials from the earth, you after meeting your legitimate needs, you need to renounce this for the welfare of the community. If you are creating some opportunity, you have to create opportunity for yourself, but you for also the members, also for the stakeholders and for the larger community also. So principle of trusteeship is applicable to both of this concept, extractive business and generative business. Use these words in your answers in your essay. The entrepreneur engaged in extractive business is the custodian of natural resources. He is not the owner of the natural resources. He is just having the custody. He is the custodian, and he has to conserve and preserve them for future generation. He extracts from nature only as much as is needed for the progress and growth, and simultaneously explores the way to replenish them. So replenishment is also needed. So what he is doing, he is continuously searching for alternative renewable sources. So maximizing profit for personal use is not the goal of a trustee entrepreneur. So if you are a trustee entrepreneur, personal profit is not your goal. The idea of trusteeship is not a new discovery or invention. Its roots can be found in the first sloka of Ish Upanishad, Ishvashya Upanishad, or you can simply say Ish Upanishad. And what is the slok? It says, do not covet the wealth of anyone. So do not covet the wealth of anyone, and enjoy the world with the just through renunciation. So focus on the renunciation, and if you do that, you will enjoy your life, you will enjoy the world, it will not be a suffering. So don't run after the wealth of other. In Gita also, Krishna says, whatever has been given to you by God or Ishvara, whatever you have received from him, with that be happy. So be happy with that, whatever you have. Be happy with your present situation. If you have a house, like you have 2 BHK or suppose 1 BHK, be happy with that. God has given you that. So be happy and be content. So contentment should be the motto. If you are not content, there is no end and you will never be happy. But again, you have only right of enjoyment, not of ownership. So this 2 BHK, you enjoy, you stay here, you sleep here, you eat here, you are staying here, but only for a particular point of time. You are not the owner of that 2 BHK, right? For example, I am telling you. So suppose you have some land. Today this land belongs to your father. Earlier it belonged to your grandfather, great grandfather, or tomorrow it land may belongs to you and then to your son or maybe someone else also. You can donate this land to some trust, right? So you are not the owners, you don't have the ownership. So for everything is his, for everything is of God, and it cannot belong to anyone else. You are therefore only a trustee of God's wealth. So this is the idea of trusteeship given by Gandhi ji. We have seen it through the shloka of Isha Upanishad and what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So I hope this helps you. Keep learning, keep watching. All the best.